Hello. Happy Sunday. I have a glare because I have the window open. You gonna stay in the window, CJ? Okay, I have the window open, so there could be a lot of street noise. CJ's in the window, so he could start barking any minute now. But I wanted to come and do a live today because yesterday was so crazy that I just didn't get to come live. There was just too much going on with my ceiling falling down in masonry. But luckily the ceiling's not fixed, but the water leak is fixed, and once the ceiling came down, it was easy to find. My cousin came over and fixed it, and so once everything dries up, then we will fix the ceiling, replace that. But let me tell you, it was crazy. So I wanted to do a live because it's been a week since I did one, and I really wasn't sure what I was gonna do. But as I was putting away the stencil, as you recall, I used the windmill on the canvas I did for my stepdad for his birthday, and I was putting that up. I'm like, I think I want to do this whole stencil. It's an 8.5 by 13. Grandpa told me about the good old days. And I'm going to be doing it on an 11 by 14 canvas. And I'm actually going to be painting the canvas like a sunset scene. And then we will stencil. And I'm actually going to do this vertically this time. Typically I've just done it horizontally, so we'll see how it turns out. So I thank y'all for joining me on this Sunday, and we have a new member. I have a new member on my team. Her name is Susie, so y'all be sure and welcome her. So I saw the email yesterday. Well, I saw it today. She signed up to be a creator yesterday. So I'm excited to have her aboard and on my team. My goodness. I should have tried to open this before I started, because this would require... Oh, I got it. I'm going to be using yellow, orange, red, green, and some brown to paint my canvas. And this is all paint. This red paint is actually Americana brand, and I got it at Hobby Lobby. But the other is just the apple barrel paints that I always use, that I get at Walmart. So you can get the apple barrel paint at Walmart for like 50 cents. So at that price, you can afford to get, have a pretty good collection of colors. So I've marked off at the bottom where my grass area is going to be. So I'm going to paint that part last. I'm going to do the sunset part first, using the yellow, orange, and red. Let me move you down. Okay. And I don't know how well you can see. I don't have this light on. I don't know if that helps or not for y'all to see better. You'll just have to let me know. And if the street noise is too loud, let me know and I will close the window. So I'm just using paint brushes. These Crafter's Choice, and I got them at either Hobby Lobby or Walmart's, where I get all my stuff. So I'm just going to be using, I have 3 different brushes pulled out, but I'm just going to mix, you know, the colors to get like a good sunset color, and I'm just going to paint the canvas. And then once we get the canvas painted, then we will do our stenciling. But I typically, you know, will do a canvas. You know, I paint my canvases a lot. Y'all see that. But never with like more of a theme type like with this, with the sunset. And I'm just mixing the colors. I have it all on a plate here. I just think the sunset is a good backdrop for the windmill. It just reminds me of like the prairie. Hi, sister. Hi, Sue. I'm painting a sunset background here for our, we're going to be doing this stencil. Grandpa told me about the good old days. We used this last weekend, but just the windmill part when I made that canvas for my stepdad for his birthday. So, and I love to paint. So I never, like, when I was like in 5th grade, I think it was, my cousin and my friends, they all took art lessons. There was a place on the square in Emory that she did lessons. And I was going to a birthday. It was Angela Kathy's birthday party. But Angela, Beth, and Carla all took art lessons. So, of course, I went with them that day and watched. I didn't, you know, get to do any of the painting, but it was just like so interesting. It's something I always wanted to do. So I may sometime try to do some oil painting. Who knows how it'll turn out. So, but how's Michael feeling this afternoon, sister? See, this is what it's looking like so far, and it may be a little too orange, that I may need to add more yellow to it here in a little bit. It's kind of hard to see. This light puts a glare on it. actually will be doing a craft show in May at the First Baptist Church in Point. So you'll have to come see me up there, Sue. So I will be getting some stuff done, canvases and other stuff done to take to the craft show. So looking forward to that. We need some yellow. And I'm just eyeballing this. And adding color where I think there needs to be color. I'm not like doing any rhyme or reason. But I am trying to get the canvas covered. I think that yellow helped. Okay, this is what I have so far. Do you think I need to add more yellow? Oh, that's good. I'm sure he enjoyed seeing the babies. I'm going to get the sides. Who is the preacher there now, Sue? I haven't been there since I left Point. But that's where I went to church when I lived there. I just like to paint the sides on the canvases. Is that street noise too loud? Do I need to close this window? I'm so thankful that it's a nice day and I have the windows open. I'm sure the glue is dry from where he repaired that pipe for the condensation line for the air, but No, CJ. I can tell he's fixing to bark because I hear a little doggy barking somewhere in the distance. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Maybe a little yellow up here. Alright, so I like how that sunset is looking so far. Do y'all think I need to add something? Like, do I need to add like a sun going down somewhere or something? I'm thinking in my head, I think out loud, you know. We just had this conversation last weekend. With Pam that I think out loud a lot. And I have a thinking face. Okay. Alright. For the grass, I don't want it bright green, so I will be adding, I think, some brown to my green to tone it down a little bit. I always pour way too much paint, like I got way too much red out. This is Christmas green. I think it's going to be a little too green. And this is Territorial beige. Sure, I have a brown over there somewhere already open. This right beside it. This will be a little dirt in my grass. I don't know about this. It looks a little muddy. I may have to do more green over it once I get this down. And I don't want it to be like a perfect straight line across. Because, you know, most prairies aren't completely flat. That was me. Okay. Alright, now I'll have a wispy brush here. Right here. I think I'm going to try and use this swishy brush. And this is not doing like what I thought it would do in my head. Because, you know, I'm not a painter, so thought this fan brush would make it look more like, you know, blades of grass. I'll just have to hold it up and look at it. I'm definitely no Bob Ross. Okay. That's how it's looking so far. What do y'all think? Do I need to do something with that bottom? Okay, I see I'm missing lots of comments. Someone
But I never thought she would get down with somebody I know. I guess that's just how it goes.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay, that's just really, I'm not really missing anybody. Just Connie and Sue talking to each other. That's good, so I didn't miss someone's comments. Okay. I think that I'm going to leave this as it is. I am going to dry it a little bit before I stencil. I just love the sunset look. I think it looks so pretty. I almost feel like there needs to be more green. Because I can see through a little bit, like that right through there. It's kind of thin. I can see like the white of the canvas. So I may just give it a little thicker coat. I'm not going to get up there where the wispies are. And you just kind of have to look at it and see what areas need to be, you know, touched up. I think that looks a little better. What do y'all have planned good for dinner? I need some new dinner ideas. I feel like I cook the same thing every week. And the things that I like, Mason doesn't like. He's the pickiest eater. We didn't have a choice of being picky. That was me when we were growing up, because you ate what was put in front of you or you went to bed hungry. And I do that to him now sometimes, but I can assure you he doesn't go to bed hungry. There are times if I want to make something that I like, I do it. And he's like, I don't want that. Okay, I'm going to put my book under here. Now, because this is portrait, and I'm going to be, my canvas, I'm doing landscape. I'm going to be doing this in sections. Because I'm going to spread it out. I'm just kind of looking at all my placement. I think I'm going to do all of the stencil. I'm just going to use black. CJ, please be quiet. I'll do the words. Then I'll dry them. My black. Give it a stir. I love that with these stencils, you can use the same stencil in so many different ways and create different outcomes just by your placement. I'm so glad that we spring forward and it's going to be staying daylight longer. I wish it would stay like this year round. Alrighty. Set this up in your wipe. I say that, but you know, I'm not going to want to get up in the morning when my body's going to be thinking it's like an hour earlier than what it really is. Alrighty, so this is what this looks like right here, and then we will do our windmill. I'm going to let that dry a second, and I'm going to clean this with a Clorox wipe. You can use Clorox wipes on your stencils, but do not use baby wipes. So I'm going to just put it on a plate. And I'm cleaning it because I don't want to transfer any of this black to the other part of the stencil. And it may have just been easier just to put it in the water and dry it. I think that's probably what I'll do. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Sometimes when you're layering, it's just easier to do whatever parts of the stencil you want to do and then clean it so that you're not transferring the color to the other areas of the stencil. Even though, you know, chalk paste is an easy cleanup. So I'm going to use my tacky towel. I'm going to dry it. When you've used a stencil, a good tip with the Clorox wipes is if you've used a stencil numerous times and it gets to the point where it doesn't have very much adhesive on the back of it, you can wipe the back of it down with a Clorox wipe, and that'll like wake up that adhesive, and you can get a few more uses out of the stencil. And it just helps it to stick to your backing as well. CJ. He's a barker, y'all, but let me tell you, last weekend when I had the kids' little dog, oh my goodness, that was the barkingest dog. Okay. Alrighty. Get my canvas back. Get this. It should be dry, but I probably could have waxed my canvas, but I'm going to start with the fence area. And then I'm gonna move it over. Make sure I don't have any air bubbles. I think I will use this little squeegee. Because I want the fence, even though I don't want to do the windmill all the way to the edge, I want the fence to go all the way to the edge. And after this, I'm not going to, from just that little bit, I'm not going to wash the stencil. I'm just going to move it over to the next area and place where I want my windmill. Kind of line my fence post up. Start it here at the top. I know this seems like it's taken forever. But I think by doing it and piecing it and doing it, you know, this little at a time, that we're going to get a result that we really like. So, like, in all reality, windmills are not black. So I probably could do metal, like gray for the metal and brown for the fence, but I think with what we got going on with the pretty sunset, that the black will look good. There you go. When you have the eyesight I have, that's the truth. That's why I'm glad the time changed, because I cannot see in the dark. Heck, I run into walls in my own dang house. It's ridiculous, y'all. have like a little bubble in there. I hope it doesn't cause a big black blob. I'm going to try and get as much of this off as I can so that when I move the stencil down, it's easy placement. And I have chalk all over my hands. CJ, no barking. Don't bark at the little children. There's kids across the street over there that play outside a lot. Man, he would love to chase them kids, I think. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to carefully, I don't want to get where the windmill is because I want it to be more fence post. So I am going to dry this. CJ. Actually have an old tractor stencil that I think would go good with this as well, whereas on the one I did last weekend, how we did the farm truck, I think the tractor would look good. We'll see how this turns out. And then I'll have to move it down one more time. To get to the end of the canvas, and then I think we'll be good. I feel like I should have gone a little more to the left and up a little bit. Alrighty. once you've used it so many times, it is a little hard to get it lined up when you don't clean it every time in between. But I think that one looked better. So let me drop that in the water and wash my hands off. I'm a little disappointed in that area. I may try and fill that in with a chalk pen, or even paint that in, and maybe it'll look a little better. But what do y'all think? This is the area right here I was talking about, trying to fill in that area some right there. But I like how it turned out. So I think the windmill could have gone just maybe a little bit in more. So, but I like it. So, and you see how easy that was. But so, while we're still doing it, let me grab a chalk pen that's fabric. Let's see. This is either gonna work like I think it will in my head, or it'll just make it look terrible. But we'll just see. You can always, with the chalk paste, you can add more water to it and thin it out more and actually paint with the paste. So I may do that if this pen doesn't work. And this is one of our chalk pens. We have chalk pens and we have ink pens for the fabric. And I'm just going to try and fill this in a little bit. To where it's not so thin. And Susie, I see that you're watching. I sent you an email. I'm so happy that you joined my team. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit down here too. Make this board just a little thicker. Now, see, that looks better. It's a little fat, but it's a little better than the thin. So, but I love how it turned out. And so what I'll do, once it dries good, I will seal it. And now that it's starting to get warmer outside, I can use my clear spray sealer. But like back during, like in the winter when it's cold and damp and stuff outside, I just seal my canvases with Mod Podge. Just regular old Mod Podge. These little bottles I got at the Dollar Tree. and I just do Mod Podge all over the canvas, and that seals it to make it permanent. And then the reason why you want it to be permanent is if you leave it as it is now, if you're like dusting it or water splashes on it, wherever the chalk paste is, it can then run and smear. So I always seal my canvases to make them permanent. So, but I love this. I'm like how it turned out, and I may do, y'all think I would be crazy if I added like one of those flying bird things? It's not a flying, it is a flying bird. Let me try it. Let me just try it first on this canvas, because I would hate to do like a bird and it just like look ridiculous. I just don't, I'm not really sure. Let me think about this. I don't know. This is the last one I did. That's what it would look like. Should I do a bird like somewhere up here, or should I just leave it alone? Leave it as it is and not try and add anything else? Because my freehand stuff doesn't always turn out so good. But I just feel there needs to be something there. Because I should have moved my windmill over a little bit, I think. So, y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm going to give y'all time to answer. Typically, I'll ask y'all a question, and by the time y'all answer, I've already gone on and done something different. So, I'm going to give y'all a minute while I'm cleaning off my squeegees. Susie, how did you hear about Magnolia Design Company? Okay, no one's going to answer. Judy, what do you think? Do I need to add a bird? Or just leave it alone? Okay. All right. I guess I'm going to just leave it alone. But this is our finished canvas. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. So, it's on an 11 by 14 canvas. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all joining me for this project. I may try to get another one together and do another live. It's 5:42. I've not even thought about dinner yet. So I probably should do dinner. And then if I have time this evening, I may do a live. Another live. But y'all have a good week, and I will try and hop on again on Wednesday and we'll make something else. But y'all have a good rest of your night, and I will see y'all later. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining me.